Good.
Kelvin Kiptum died due to severe head injuries uh, incurred during the accident at Kaptagat Elgeyo Marakwet. Now, this was revealed during an autopsy report by Chief Government Pathologist Dr. Johansen Odwor, which showed the late athlete suffered severe injuries and fractures.
The post-mortem report of the late world marathon record holder, Kelvin Kiptum, was made public on Wednesday. Government pathologist Dr. Johansen Odwor, who carried out the autopsy at Eldoret Hospital morgue, said he died owing to accident-related injuries. Odwor said the examination of the body revealed that Kiptum suffered severe injuries and fractures to his head.
The late Kelvin had severe head injuries. There were severe skull fractures, which were mainly at the base of the skull. The spinal cord had intruded into the cranial cavity because of the fractures.
He said the fractures were on the skull and ribs, which also damaged his lungs.
There are also what is called contusions on the lungs, meaning that there were also injuries to the lungs. So what actually killed the late Kelvin was severe head injuries, which when I look at them, they look more of something which caused by a motor vehicle accident.
The postmortem was done in the...
Apumzike, tulikuwa tunaangalia yeye, hatujakula kitu, achakula kitu, lakini nashukuru Mungu sababu ameokoka na tuliokoka samani ikupome ya Kapchepkongen, Chepsamo, 7 up. Sina mengi, nasikia uchungu.
The world is such a mystery full of ironies. Let Kiptum rest in peace. Following the fatal accident of a world record breaker athlete, Kelvin Kiptum, 24, there were so many questions about who, why, and how. The athlete was set to take part in the Rotterdam Marathon in April 2024, and all of us were waiting for that. After winning the Chicago World Marathon in 2023 October, we now were happy that we had this hero that was going to break more record out there. Now, the tragic accident happened on Sunday night of 18th February 2024 in a Toyota Premio that was really badly damaged. His coach, Arandis Gavel Hakizimana, 37, died with him, save for Sharon Kosgei, who was 24. She was treated and discharged from Moi Referral Hospital. We thank God for that. But it's so tragic that the two had to meet their demise here. Now, there were so many questions that have now been cleared by the pathologist Johnson Odwor, who has disclosed that there was multiple fractures on Kiptum's body. So yesterday, Mzee Samson Cheriot was content with the results that were conducted because from 10 up to around 1:40, he was around when the whole activity was conducted, and it was indicated that he was possibly the driver in this premiere, and that led to lung injuries, severe head injuries, fractures on the ribs, both on the left and right side. I didn't know that we have that many ribs. You know, I saw number 1, 2, 3, up to 7. Now, the right side, the left side were injured, and the accident happened at Kiptagat area along Elgeyo Marakwet Ravine Road. For those who have gone to that road, it's quite steep. And after visiting they indicate that he had visited about 3 places: Talek's Inn restaurant, pub, and a car wash. Then they had also gone to Will Irish Lab and Restaurant, and finally the Grand Mamar Guest House. Now, all questions are being asked just because this accident happened on a night of a Sunday, and the wife had called. Kelvin had indicated that he would be there the next day, and we also had this forthcoming incident that was in April that the family had to go for. Now it's very fatal that now the two children and the wife have to stand what has happened. But what do we say? We can just now say rest in peace, our hero. And those who are asking so many questions, it's time to let this go, because it has happened. Even the father, I really had to raise a flag for him. I did not expect that we have any African man whose wife would have one child, and those times, and then he just decided to say the doctor said, and he never married. They had one son, and that was it. I raise a flag for you, Mr. Mzee Samson, actually. And I think we should just let him rest in peace, and we pray that the kids will have a better life in future, and they'll take over the life of this hero and do what he did. So I think we should just pray that his soul rests in peace. So thank you. And as I look at what I'm seeing here, the fatal crash, the vehicle itself, I just feel life is quite short.
3 of the 4 people who allegedly visited the home of World Marathon record holder Kevin Kiptum 4 days before his accident have been arrested for questioning. The 3 were earlier detained at Kaptagat police station in Elgeyo Marakwet until 11 a.m. on Wednesday, when they were transferred to E10 for further questioning. They had been traced and summoned, the police said. Keyo South OCPD Abdullahi Dahir said they were persons of interest and were grilling the 3 to establish their motive. Kiptum's father, Samson Cheruyot, had raised concerns hours after his tragic death in a gruesome road accident along Eldoret Ravine Road on Sunday night. Cheruyot had spoken about 4 strangers who visited the athlete's home in Chepsamo village, Kaptakurara Ward, Keyo South in Elgeyo Marakwet 4 days before his tragic death.
Sema tu kama serikali wako na uwezo wanisaidie mimi. Sababu kijana angekuwa tungepuna mingi. Pile mwaka yake iko naye 24 years. Niliona mbele, nikaambia Mungu, ongoza hii kijana yangu. Na wale wakubwa ya ngambo, wale wanatengenezea maresi ya kwamba mjunge tu mtoto yangu, mtoto ya Kenya na ni yenye ya dunia. Sasa hii tumekosa, hakuna mtu mwenye atasaidia sisi.
He demanded that they be investigated as they did not introduce themselves well. Cheruyot positively identified the 3 at Kaptagat police station, and the vehicle they were using was detained at the station in case would not move. He said, and I quote, "The impact on Kiptum's car was on the roof and on top of the car, so that's why we could not see the airbags out." End of quote. Sharon Kosgei, who survived the fatal accident unscathed, is also expected to aid police recreate events leading up to the death of the athlete and his coach.
Welcome to the Kenya News Alerts TV, Nairobi, Kenya. This where trust meets accountability. Now, Kenya's marathon, a world record holder, Kelvin Kiptum, has died in a road accident. The men's marathon world record holder, Kenya's Kelvin Kiptum, who is 24 years old, has died in a road accident at his home county. He was killed alongside his coach, Rwanda, setting a course record of 2:01.25 at the London Marathon in April 2023. 6 months later, in just his 3rd marathon, Kiptum took 34 seconds off the world record time in Chicago in his final race. He had already on a distinct tactical approach that saw him run in the park for 30 kilometers before upping the pace and going out on his own for the remainder of the race. Kiptum entered his first major competition in 2018, running in borrowed shoes